Hi, this is Diane, Love to Bake, and what we're going to make are probably the easiest little sugar cookies, well, at least I've ever made. They only have 3 ingredients in them. So there's going to be no eggs, no vanilla, well, whatever you traditionally know that you put into a sugar cookie. Now, if you're looking for traditional sugar cookies or Italian cookies, please check out my other videos that I have on my channel. But this is a really quick, little recipe, so I wanted to, show it to you. We're going to start off first with a 1/2 cup of butter, which I cut up in little pieces, and it's at room temperature, so that it'll break up and cream, nicely, very quickly. Now you can certainly use your hand mixer for this, but I find for the videos this is much quicker and faster, so I can, move it along. Well, anyway, just cream that butter, break it up, and that might take you a couple minutes, but again, I'm going to move this along. The next thing you're going to be putting in is granulated sugar. Now you're going to need 1/4 cup of granulated plus 1 tablespoon of sugar. So I'm just going to beat that in with the butter. And you want it to come out very light in color, yellow, as well as quite fluffy. And it shouldn't take you more than a minute or two. That type of thing. The next thing that you're going to be putting in, and the last thing, is that 1 cup of all-purpose flour. Now, if you want to, shut your mixer off and do this by hand, you can, because when you start to blend it and beat it in, you're going to think that you've done something wrong because it looks very dry and very crumbly. But stay with it till it all becomes like a cookie dough, okay? And I'll show you what that looks like in just a second. You'll know when it's completely combined, when it, again, like I said, the crumbs start pulling together to make a dough. I'm going to raise my speed a little bit. Now basically the cookie dough has completely come together in a ball. I'm going to just take my excess off here and then clean up my sides. And as I said, there you have it. You can see the cookie dough. Now it's not going to make a lot of cookies. You'll get maybe about 12 cookies unless you make them extremely small. I like to use my small cookie scoop. If you don't have one, what you're going to need to do is just make a round 1-inch ball in your hands like that. You can very easily do that. Now, lightly spray your pan or use parchment, whatever you have, whatever you like to use. Now, with my cookie scoop, I'm just going to even off. And I'm going to place them, at least, an inch apart, inch and a half, that kind of thing. Now, again, if you prefer to make them into, a ball, feel free. I'm just going to put down 3 of them to show you. Now, the next thing that you do is you want to flatten them a little bit. Now, you can use your fingertips, but of course it's going to leave an indentation, and you might not like the way that looks. So I just took a small little glass like this with some granulated sugar, and then just dip it in, and then just lightly push it down. You don't have to flatten them entirely. And what I like about that is that it'll kind of it'll have like a recessed area, and then it's really easy to just put, if you want to put little colored jimmies in the center like that, and it holds them in that area. Now you can also, I have some butterscotch morsels here. You can use chocolate chip or dark chocolate. You could garnish it with a pecan or a walnut or whatever that you like, and decorate them for different occasions, seasons, that type of thing. So, you know, it's kind of endless of what you can do to top the cookie off. And, you know, like I said, you'll get anywhere from 10 to 12 unless you make them small. Now, you're going to bake them at 325, and they could take anywhere from 12 to 18 minutes because, as we know, all our ovens set up so differently. When they do come out of the oven, though, I would suggest to take the hot cookies in the pan and put it on a cooling rack for about 10 minutes or so, and then release them from the pan. Well, there you have it. You've got a 3-ingredient sugar cookie recipe. Let me just rinse my hands a little because I want to show you what they look like once they're baked up. Now, here's the one that I did with the butterscotch morsels. It has a nice golden brown on the bottom, and the ones that I decorated with the orange and black little jimmies or sprinkles. It really makes for a very it's a semi-moist center, but very light and flaky. They really have that great butter quality to them. So it's quick, it's easy. Well, if you try this recipe and you like it, well, leave a comment because I always like to hear from you. And as always, I want to thank you for watching Dianelovetobake. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon.